Chapter 1, The Rule of Thirds and Other Compositional Guidelines. In this first chapter, we'll be talking about the rule of thirds and other compositional guidelines. The rule of thirds is a basic compositional guideline that suggests dividing an image into 9 equal parts, with 2 vertical and 2 horizontal lines, and placing the subject along one of those lines or at one of the intersections. This creates balance and interest in the image. But the rule of thirds is just one of many compositional guidelines. There are others, such as symmetry, patterns, and simplicity, that can also be used to create stunning images. Chapter 2, How to use leading lines, framing, and other techniques to create dynamic images. Leading lines are a powerful tool in composition, drawing the eye into the image and creating a sense of depth and movement. Whether it's a winding road, a river, or a line of trees, leading lines can add visual interest to your photos. Framing is another technique that can be used to create dynamic images. Whether it's a window, a doorway, or a tree branch, framing adds a sense of structure to the image and can help to draw attention to the subject. There are many other techniques that can be used to create dynamic images, such as using negative space, isolating the subject, and playing with perspective. Experiment with these techniques to find what works best for you and your style. Chapter 3, Understanding the difference between horizontal and vertical composition. Horizontal composition, as you can see in this image, is often used to capture a wide landscape or to include more elements in the image. It can also be used to create a sense of balance and stability. Vertical composition, on the other hand, is often used for portrait photos or to capture a tall subject, such as a building or a tree. It can also be used to create a sense of height and drama. When choosing between horizontal and vertical composition, consider the subject and what you want to convey in the image. Don't be afraid to experiment with both to see what works best for you. And there you have it. We've covered the basics of composition techniques and how they can be used to create dynamic images. Remember, these are just guidelines, and the most important thing is to have fun and experiment to see what works best for you. Thank you for watching this lesson on composition techniques. I hope you found it informative and helpful. And as always, keep taking those amazing photos.